In today's video, I'm going to be going through what's in my makeup bag so that you guys can see what kind of products I'm using that don't clog your pores and are acne friendly because they don't clog your pores. Plus, they're also decent ingredients, which is kind of hard to find because when you try to go with clean beauty, you sometimes end up falling into the category of where you can cause really bad acne breakouts and clog your pores. So we're going to avoid that in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Randy Calloway, a holistic nutritionist and integrative health practitioner. I am so excited to be going through my makeup bag. Let's go over what's in my makeup bag today. Let's go through the list. First off, you want to make sure the makeup you are picking is well formulated. Just because something has a brand on it, whether it's a celebrity or something else, doesn't mean it's well formulated. So the product has to be well formulated, is number one. Second, you want to make sure there's no pore clogging ingredients in the makeup that can cause you to break out. Even if you have flawless skin right now, you don't necessarily want pore clogging ingredients because that can mess up your skin in the future. And that's also why well-formulated products are super important, because once you mess up your skin, it's so much harder to heal it. So I'm huge component of picking the right products. Now, the products I'll be sharing with you are specific products from certain companies. That does not mean that the whole company product line is safe for acne. So like certain concealers from a product line are probably not safe, but the powdered form is great. So keep in mind the products I'm talking about are good, but doesn't mean that everything on that website will be good for your skin. All right. I hope that makes sense. So let's go into the first thing. I do not use a primer. My primer is my sunscreen. So I always use a sunscreen, and with a good quality sunscreen, that will keep the makeup on. So what do I do next? Next, if I want a little bit more coverage that day, or if I need some extra coverage under the eyes, I'm going to use a concealer. So the concealer I like to use is from The Ordinary. They have them in these little tubes. Absolutely love this concealer. And I used a 2.0 neutral, like the N and then the P. I find when you're looking at the colors, they are lighter than what you think. So you want to go a little higher, but then you also have to be careful not to go too high. These are perfect. They're affordable. Love The Ordinary. So happy they came out with this, and these will not clog your pores. And I like the coverage. Of course, it depends on like what you're used to, right? Like I'm not a very high coverage volume type of gal. So this does the trick for me, and I'm very happy with the ingredients in these products, because other concealers that I know are good on the market aren't up to like my personal standards of like being on the cleaner side. I'm not like 100% like it has to be perfectly clean, has to be organic or anything like that, because that could mess up your skin and isn't necessarily true, because as I've talked about in my acne video about my acne journey, is that picking organic products for skincare can be extremely clogging and damaging to your skin. So your skin is a whole other like language, basically. So when it comes to picking your makeup and your skincare products, it's a whole different language than when you're picking out food at the grocery store or when you're picking up supplements from the shelf. So that's what's really important to understand. And that's why in the health and wellness industry, so many people get misled by the clean beauty market and end up messing up their skin. And then they think their acne has something to do with inside instead of the products they are constantly applying to their face. And it can literally be one product. One product could completely mess you up. So that's the concealer I use that I love. but I haven't started using that concealer until they came out with it. They only came out with it like what, less than like under a year ago. So before that, I just covered my face like with this foundation, mineral pressed foundation from Jane Irondale. So these are the reusable packs. I just leave them in there, but you can put them in here. Easy peasy. So the Jane Irondale mineral pressed foundation is like the best product ever. Like that is the foundation you need for your skin, and you can get enough coverage. You just have to use proper technique to cover it on your face. So when you're dealing with acne, you can use this mineral pressed foundation and your acne will still heal, your skin can still breathe, all of that stuff. Really important. And it works. Like I'm so happy I found this product and I'm never picking another product. Now, for those of you who want like another option of mineral pressed foundation that is safe for your skin, it would be called Priya. It's in the US. I find like because I live in Canada, to order it is quite expensive, and Jane Irondale, I can just order it in Canada. They have a Canadian site. So it's really convenient. I find it's more accessible to more people, as Priya is not. But Priya does have very clean makeup, plus does not clog your pores. So you can try them. You get little sample packets and try the colors. I liked it when I tried it out. I really enjoyed it, but it's just not the product I'm going with because I have easier access to Jane Irondale. Now that we've covered like basically the concealer, the foundation, then let's put some color on our face, right? So if you're into contouring, I would stick more to powders, honestly. And Jane Irondale has a beautiful contour palette where you have a bronzer, which I use the bronzer now and then, mostly in the summer. And then the blush, which was beautiful. This is a warm color. I have this warm skin tone color. So the colors I'm picking are like warmer for my skin tone. And I like a very natural look. And then you have like, you know, the highlighter. So this is what I use for contouring. And because the blush was basically out, but I still want to use like the other products, their blushes are very safe. So I use the Copper Wind blush, which I'm wearing right now, and I love it. It's like the perfect amount of blush for me because I'm not a huge blush person, but I want some color. So that's literally what I use. It is that simple. And then I'll apply my brow pencil. I used to use a gel. It just depends. I'm not a big gel person. I find the pencil looks a little more natural. And because I'm using so much like of the powdery stuff, I find fits better. And I just haven't found a gel that I really like. So, but the pencil I like to use is from Beauty Counter. I love this pencil, the Jane Irondale pencil. I don't like it. So I've tried a few other pencils. I've stuck with the Beauty Counter pencil. So that's the one I like. And then for mascara, you can also check out my blog on all the mascaras I've tried. But the mascara I am absolutely loving is Thrive Cosmetics. And that's because you literally just put water on your mascara and it comes off. It comes off easily at night, and you don't have to worry about constantly rubbing your eyes to remove the makeup, which is super important if you don't want to cause aging and wrinkles and all that stuff, you know? So this is my absolute favorite now. Recently found this and I'm like, where has this been all my life? Because I love it and it gives me enough volume. It's like literally perfect for me. And I don't have like big eyelashes, but that's me. The other thing is if you're in a pinch and you can't order like Thrive mascara, you can simply go to the drugstore and get the CoverGirl one. It's not the cleanest. They have a clean one now, but I have not tried it. It's not the cleanest option. Wouldn't be my number one pick, but it's very affordable and it comes off easily. So check out my blog post for the mascara stuff. And that's basically it. Then the final thing it comes to is lips, I would say, right? So this is kind of like my daily makeup. But for lips, I like the beauty counter stuff. Actually, like their lip stuff. There's so many options. I love it. So beauty counter for the lips and the brows are my go-to, and that is it. I used to use a lot of their products. I'm not hating on the company or their mission and what they stand for and what they do. They're a great company. It just was part of the process of ruining my skin. I will always use their lip stuff because I love it. So I use all their lip stuff. And basically, a nice trick if you want to be very minimal with your makeup, like I do, is you get a clear, basically lip gloss, and then you match it with whatever lipstick you're picking, right? So I have like a few different lipsticks, which I absolutely love. Finally found the perfect color. Like this is just a pearl. Oh, and here's the one I like to use every day because it fits perfect with my lips, gives me a little bit of color, but I really like natural look. So this is called Terra. Absolutely love it. Like this is my love. Now I'm like really into lipstick person, but also it keeps my lips like moisturized, right? Yeah, beauty counter for lip stuff. Then basically powders and all that stuff. Jane Iredale is my go-to. And then the concealer is The Ordinary. So that's it for basic makeup. If I want to do eyeshadow, I will use Beauty Counter's eyeshadow. Unfortunately, they don't have these eyeshadow palettes anymore. So I've like love these. Like I just like the colors because I have blue eyes. So I use these eyeshadow palettes. And because eyeshadow palettes last for like ever, I'm not buying new ones, but I was looking and Thrive has some nice selection of 4. And then Jane Iredale also has a selection of eyeshadow palettes. So that's what I would go with if I didn't have these to go through. And finally, I do like to sometimes use a liquid eyeliner because it's more gentle on my eyes than using a pencil or something else. Like that's just how I like to do my makeup. But I don't like the black color because it's too much for especially a blue eye and like the natural look for me. So I go with the brown liquid color and I go with Jane Iredale for that one because I really like how it applies and everything. So I like that one personally. But again, when it comes to like an eyeliner or eyebrows, I'm less concerned about what product you're exactly picking. But the big ones are like, what's your concealer? What's your foundation? What's your blush? All those other things that you're really applying fully topically to the skin, right? Like lips doesn't really matter. You want something clean because you're eating food and drinking things. So keep in mind that whatever you apply to your lips is also going in your body. But lips don't really matter as much because it's usually your acne is more on your face, right? So you just don't want the pore clogging ingredients there. Lips are a little different. So that is literally what I use and it has not irritated my skin. Haven't noticed any breakouts ever since I've made these changes. My skin's been super happy. So yeah, I know what it feels like to want to apply makeup and then your face is like itchy, swollen. Oh, it was like a dark time of my life because that was like the time I wanted to apply makeup because my acne was also so bad. Like now it's a whole different story. We all go through something in our life. And for me, it was like at one point, skin was a big problem, but now it's not, which is super amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video of what's in my makeup bag. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.